Shit is getting real. Cassie Ventura has arrived in New York to testify against Diddy. As many of you know, victim number one is Cassie Ventura, who is going to be a star witness and is going to testify against Diddy. And now we are finding out that she has made it to New York City ahead of trial starting on Monday. Now that we know that she has arrived to New York City right before Diddy's trial, I have a feeling that her testimony is probably going to be one of the first testimonies that we hear in trial against Diddy. We know out of the 4 alleged victims who are going to testify against Diddy, only Cassie Ventura right now is going to testify with her full name being known to the public. We've been hearing a lot recently about victim number 3 who has gone missing and the feds are unable to get a hold of her. After last week, she said that she was going to testify with her name being known to the public. Now, I just caught this article on TMZ, and I am sorry, something about this is not sitting right with me. This article that TMZ just posted said that victim number 3 never cooperated with the feds, and she never said she was going to testify. Even though I literally have court documents last week who said that she was ready to testify with her real name being known to the public, because at first she was going to testify under pseudonym, and Diddy was actually fighting all 3 victims who wanted to testify under pseudonym except Cassie Ventura, because from the beginning Cassie was ready to testify with her name being known to the public. Crazy part is, in prior court hearings before this whole jury selection, Diddy's team even talked about this. They said that they talked to the Jane Doe's lawyer, who at the time before she came out and said she for sure didn't want to testify under pseudonym, that she was like, not really feeling the pseudonyms at all, and they brought this up during court. And in my opinion, I feel like this article is a bunch of BS to try to get to the jury pool. I really, really do. Now all of a sudden, a source told TMZ that victim 3 never wanted to cooperate with the feds and she never wanted to testify. Now I really want to know, TMZ, who is your source that you got this information from? Because if this is what they are saying, they're obviously somebody that's really close to Diddy's team, right? Isn't Mark Garagos who just got yelled at by the judge? Mark Garagos was called out by the judge for talking to Harvey Levin on 2 Angry Men about information about this trial. He was also trying to characterize all of these different things. He was calling the prosecution a 6-pack of white women. He was also saying that the Cassie video was just basically a setup and they were attacking Diddy because he was a black man. And this whole thing got so bad that the judge actually called out Mark Garagos and said that he is going to be watching Harvey Levin and Mark's podcast, 2 Angry Men, to make sure no more information like this is getting sent to the public because it could affect the jury. So in my opinion, I think this whole article that TMZ just wrote is a whole bunch of BS, because we already know she did cooperate with the feds. Last week, she said, I don't even want to use a pseudonym. Go ahead, I want to testify with my real name. No matter what the case is with this Jane Doe, if she doesn't show up, whether she was scared, whether she was paid off, because something is really fishy about this. I don't know what the case may be, but I hope they know that they can use this Jane Doe's deposition that she gave in the investigation against Diddy if she doesn't show up to testify. And no, it won't be as strong as having her there testifying just like Cassie Ventura and the other 2 victims. But that doesn't mean that it's over for Diddy. Whatever evidence, whatever information, whatever testimony she gave up for her to be added as victim number 3 will still be brought up with or without her testimony. So to say that she was never cooperating with the feds this whole entire time is just ridiculous. But y'all, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. I think Diddy wants his trial delayed because he is terrified that Cassie Ventura is about to testify against him super pregnant. Diddy and his team just filed a motion today asking the judge to delay his trial once again or to throw out evidence in a new enterprise letter that the feds just dropped on him. Diddy was trying to claim in this new enterprise letter there's a whole bunch of new criminal allegations being added to the RICO charge and more, but the feds are replying back and they are basically saying that this is a bunch of BS because there is no new information and that Diddy has had this information. And the feds literally said in their motion that this is just another tactic that Diddy is trying to use once again to stall his whole trial from happening next week. And the feds in their motion are saying whatever this evidence is that Diddy is claiming is new evidence that the feds are saying he already had because he's had discovery and it's been in there is something to do with Cassie Ventura and victim number 2. And we know Diddy literally just tried this about 2 weeks ago. He told the judge, I need a 2-week delay. But when they wrote the motion, he asked for 2 months. And the judge shot back and was like, no, you wanted this speedy trial, so I'm about to give it to you. And when he did that, that is when I automatically had these bells going off in my head. I said, why would you want to delay trial 2 months after you just said 2 weeks? And then I'm like, oh, is it because Cassie is already very pregnant and likely 2 months from now she would probably already have the baby? Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Just imagine a very pregnant Cassie Ventura on the stand giving her testimony against Diddy after the jury has watched all of these freak-off tapes, seen all of these text messages, seen photographs and more. Imagine the second that they play this video and you see a very pregnant Cassie Ventura in that courtroom. And then they watch the video of Diddy apologizing and saying how he was down bad and all of this. And the way they have this set up, they are going to have exhibits and more to show these text messages, show these photographs of the relationship between Diddy, Cassie, and even his other victims. I'm sure a lot of these photographs are going to be ones like this because you can find a lot of pictures of Cassie like this. This is the same photo that she was just with Diddy in, the last photo I showed you. And as you can see, her whole eye is black and blue and she has a big goose egg on the side of her head. So at this point, I really don't think the government is far off. We know that Diddy has just tried this technique of all of a sudden wanting the trial delayed 2 months, and the judge looked at him and said, no, sir, you wanted a fast trial. You are about to get it. This makes sense to me. Diddy literally waited until the last minute to want to try to delay his trial, and we literally knew that Cassie just announced that she was pregnant not even more than 2 months ago. I think that Diddy is low-key freaking out right now. The trial is only a week away, and he knows that Cassie is about to be on this stand pregnant, on top of the jury seeing all of these freak-off tapes, seeing pictures, reading these crazy text messages, and on top of it, watching the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in that hotel hallway. And to add to it even more, you have witnesses and now even Diddy's co-conspirators flipping on him who are going to give testimonies against him in this trial. Though in my own opinion, I think this is the only reason that Diddy has recently been bringing up that he wants trial delayed, and he is trying different ways to try to get it, because these two motions are completely different from one another. Diddy is trying to allege that there is new evidence, and the feds are like, this is not new evidence. You've had this in your discovery the whole time. I don't know, but y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.